Can motorized and light traffic ever get along? Self-driving cars sound awesome in theory, especially if they're able to communicate with each other and coordinate traffic within themselves. This will always be compromised though, even if all cars became self-driving. Why? Because no matter how intelligent and well-trained computers get, there will always be meatbags with assumed brains still walking and biking on the streets to mess things up. Should pedestrians and cyclists be replaced with robots as well? Or here's a grand idea. Make the cars communicate their intentions to pedestrians. That could actually work wonders even with regular cars. Maybe I should just install a speaker in front of my car. Just go, you wanker! I'd probably end up abusing that, so maybe not. It would be easy if we all just behaved the same in traffic, but we are unpredictable beings, especially when growing up. I grew up in the countryside where there were no sidewalks or crosswalks. The only thing we had to care about was walking on the left side and always looking both ways before crossing the road. We all grew up in different environments, so we all have our own grasp on how to interpret traffic behaviors. This is most evident from a driver's perspective. Some of us as pedestrians act like we own the road, while others are meek little scaredy cats. But who can blame us? We were all raised differently by parents who were all raised differently by their parents, and so on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not really saying drivers are any better than pedestrians. In my town, there's a persistent reputation about drivers disregarding light traffic, carelessly speeding through crosswalks without paying attention. As a pedestrian, you just never really know what kind of person sits behind the wheel. Some will go past without even slowing down, and some will brake just before the crosswalk and just look at you irritated while they wait for you to cross. I'll say this to drivers. Slow down clearly before the crosswalk. That way your intentions are clear and we're all left with a better and smoother experience. I'm not saying this is the ultimate solution though, because as I said, pedestrians and bikers all behave differently. While many do carelessly cross without even assessing the traffic, others will be hesitant to cross even after cars have stopped, even though they've been standing on the edge of the crosswalk the whole time. I've said this before. If you're not going to cross, then stay away from the edge of the crosswalk. If you're going to cross, and the cars have clearly slowed down for you, just cross. Don't leave on the edge lingering and messing up the traffic flow. Good behavior works both ways and makes life easier for all of us. I've also lately seen elementary school kids playing at the edge of crosswalks, waving their toys over the road at cars that just want to go about their business. I have a pretty high threshold to tell off strangers, but I felt I just had to tell them to stop this nonsense. They just ignored what I said and started thoughting my dog instead because they thought it was so much fun. Their parents must be so proud. Our schools do a pretty good job of educating children about traffic behavior, but it's apparently a completely different challenge to make it stick. Then again, it's not that uncommon for teenagers to play around in traffic carelessly either, especially with bikes. Many kids have already grown accustomed to just crossing regular crosswalks by bicycle and pretending they don't have to evade anyone. This goes for many adults as well. This has led to a lot of drivers giving them way too much freedom as well. Why is that though? Recent studies have actually shown that a lot of drivers have really poor knowledge of the rules regarding yielding to light traffic. According to MTV Uutiset, less than half know how these rules work. It shows. It really shows. No wonder interactions between motorized and light traffic are so erratic. Apparently we need better education. Here's a quick lesson that apparently over half of the Finns miss. Bikes yield to cars on regular crosswalks as long as the car isn't turning onto the road or there isn't a specific sign telling the driver to yield, like a triangle, or the one shown in this video. This might seem obvious, but keep in mind that there are people who apparently don't even comprehend the meaning of a red light. This of course doesn't help if you're the only one who understands. Bikers will still cross regular crosswalks without a care because so many others have given way to them in the past. Let me be clear, you should absolutely not run them over, no matter how tempting it might feel. Just be aware of their rights and duties as well as your own. Also, keep yourself updated when the rules change. Here our streets have changed to accommodate light traffic more in recent years. I wouldn't call this a thorough analysis, and I doubt many, if any, will improve their behaviors just because a guy on the internet is upset about it. I do like to rant about stuff that bothers me though, and I suspect many of you feel the same way about these things. That's it for today. Please be responsible and have an awesome day. Motorists. Any will improve their behaviors just because Try again. I would not call this a thorough analysis, and I doubt many, if any, will behave there. Why is always the ending the hardest?